Welcome to Marcus's Magic Review. On today's episode, we look at the power to move objects with only your mind. This is Control by Darryl Vanamburg. I want to show you something cool with this pebble. Check this out. So what do you get in your Control PK Starter Kit? I call this a starter kit because to any new magician just getting into PK Magic, this is an entry-level point at an entry-level price for these type of effects, and you're going to get so much bang for your buck. I have two of these kits. I absolutely love them for what you get. You get your main gimmick, you get several small accessories that go with the gimmick and allow you to, with just the power of your mind, manipulate many small objects like a rock or a pen, a guitar pick. You're also going to get some of the best instructions I've seen from quite some time. You're looking at almost like 2 hours of instructions from various magicians, and they're going to go over every little small detail with managing this gimmick as well as managing everything that comes in it, and there is a lot that comes in it. So what is this very fair price that I was talking of earlier? Well, Penguin Magic has this priced out at $60, 60 United States dollars. And we're going to go over everything you get here in just a moment. And to my opinion, this is very well priced. Let's talk about some of the pros. Pro number one, the gimmick conceals well. A lot of other PK gimmicks are oftentimes very, very large and very, very bulky. And the Control gimmick is camouflaged, and it also fits quite nicely where it's supposed to fit, and it is semi-adjustable, meaning that if you have smaller fingers or smaller hands, that you may be able to make small adjustments, or you should be able to help your fit. Now, I have big, bulky hands, so things conceal easily behind them, but as far as Control is concerned, you can be free with your movements as long as you're not raising your hands too high. Pro number two, Control is powerful for its size. There are some other PK gimmicks on the market, some we've even reviewed here on Marcus's Magic Reviews, but for its size, Control gives you a lot. It's going to give you a very good range area of effect to work within. There have been some other gimmicks that are similar. One that comes to mind is Silent Assistant. I often get asked the comparison between the two. Really, there is no comparison between Silent Assistant and Control. While they are similar in their placements, they're not similar in their applications. They're not used for the same things, so they're not really comparable. But Control is much more powerful. There is no comparison on that end. But when you look at some of the other gimmicks on the market, like Micro 5 used to be on the market, or Distancia by the French twins, Control is not as powerful as those. The next pro is all of the accessories that you're going to get that allow you to create your own magic within PK Magic. You're going to get so many different options. I should say, that's the best thing I can say, options. And the instructions give you so many different routines that this should keep you busy for quite some time. You could really take a lot of man hours mastering Control. So you're going to get a lot of content here. Next up in the list of pros, the Pebble. The Pebble is the absolute best thing ever. Last but not least, the Ditch Pad. As part of this kit, with all the accessories, you're going to get a ditch pad, and this just makes life so easy. You are going to love the ditch pad and the Pebble. Let's talk about a few of the cons. The power of control has limits. Your power has limits. Like I mentioned earlier, while it's going to be more powerful than some gimmicks, it's going to be less powerful than others, namely Distancia, Micro 5. It's a mid-range PK tool, and it's perfect for that. You don't have to be too careful about how you're carrying it or what else is around, and it gives you the range you need to make all of your magic happen beautifully. Con number 2, there is no sound dampening on this gimmick. So if you were thinking about doing effects like what Silent Assistant can perform, where you might have a coin and wave your hand over top and the coin turns into a flower, or it vanishes completely. Not going to be that great for control. There's no sound dampening, so any objects that come in contact with the control gimmick are going to make a very loud sound. Con number 3, there's some small angles. Like with most of these type of effects, you're going to have some angles that you can't work from. With control, you just want to watch people getting down too low on you and trying to see the action below your hands. If you can keep their eyes away from there, which usually the magic that's happening does that, then you should be fine. Also, keep in mind that control is camouflaged. So even if you are looking, you don't know what you're looking for, and it's camouflaged. The last con is something I wish I knew with my first package, was opening the package right the first time around. When you open this, there's a lot of different pieces inside, and if you don't open it correctly, things can get damaged. They can bang together and get damaged, which is what happened to me the very first time I opened it. I just was in a rush and I just wasn't really looking, and I opened the package and I just tore or ripped, and it all just came crashing down. I do believe there is some kind of warning that I just somehow missed, but please don't do that to yourself. It's barely a con, but I thought I'd mention it so that someone doesn't make the same mistake I did the first time when I opened this wonderful, wonderful kit. Okay, we're at the star round. This is a great starter kit for PK Magic. Great entry level, not too weak, not too strong, just right. And you get so many accessories that allow you to dip and dive into so many different aspects of PK Magic. An absolute must for any magician who wants to get into PK Magic or wants to get these type of accessories. And I'm just going to mention a couple here. The Pebble, a guitar pick, just to name a couple that are really standouts. They come out of nowhere. You do some incredible magic with them. I love it. So amazing kit for any beginner. I'm going to go ahead and give Control a big 4.5 stars out of a possible 5. That's good enough for gold. Control by Darryl Vanamburg. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here at Marcus's Magic Reviews. Please do me the favor of working your magic, smashing that like and the subscribe button for me really helps the channel grow. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.